Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beatrice if you haven't seen my face before. I am a nursing student in the UK. I share content around coming to the UK to study or coming to the UK to practice. This is because back home I am a registered midwife. So this is like coming here to do my nursing course. So if this is something you like, this is something you're interested in, or you like seeing my face, I don't mind. Please keep coming. Thank you for coming now and come again. And I also want to share to you that we passed 500 subscribers. I'm really happy about this because growth is growth, no matter how fast, no matter how slow. I'm really grateful for this, and to all of you who've been here from the very beginning, I'm grateful and I'm saying thank you. Today we'll be talking about how my university here in the UK took me to the US. Yeah, I know. I went to the US for an international placement, and this is just a story time to share how that happened, when it happened, and why I did it. Yeah, it was fun, but if you want to hear the story, stay tuned. I'll be back. So, welcome back. This story will not be complete if I don't start from the beginning. So, when I realized that I had to come to the UK for my master's program or for my nursing program, I really wanted to explore international placement. So this is where you are given the opportunity to go to another country and kind of learn in a hospital, and it's part of like a global citizenship program where as a nurse you should have idea of how to care for people from different countries, people from different ethnic groups, people from different race, people from different communities around the world. And yeah, I had the interest. I actually asked about it before I got into my university, and my university is one of the few universities in the UK that actually offered that opportunity. And then when the course started, I was waiting for it. Yeah, I kind of kept my eye out for it, and finally came out, and we got news that if you're interested in going for an international placement, like it's available now. So for my uni, they gave us a list of countries that you would be interested in. Before I started the course, I thought I was going to pick Finland. I had an interest there because I like to travel, and it's a part of Europe where I haven't been. I lived in Ireland for 2 years, if you didn't know that. But yeah, so I thought I was going to pick Finland because I didn't know the US was on that list. So all this happened last year, and when I started the application, I got to that point where you have to pick the country you're interested in, and I saw USA. So when I saw the US, yeah, that kind of automatically became the top of my list because I've always wanted to see how nursing is practiced in the US, because I feel like living in Ireland for 2 years, I've seen how that's practiced, so I kind of have a fair idea of what nursing is like in Europe. It's not like I know everything or I know exactly how it is in individual countries, but Europe in general, I think I've lived in Ireland. I currently live in the UK, so I have a fair idea of what's already happening in these countries, nursing care wise. And I trained in Nigeria as a midwife, so I have a fair idea of what happens in Africa, because the countries on that list were like Uganda, Finland, the US, Netherlands, France. Some of these countries in Europe, however, you have to like speak the language. So some of them, obviously, I couldn't really go there. But US is in North America. I don't have any idea of how nursing is practiced in that part of the world. So yeah, aside the fact that it is the US, and I want to go there, but I also wanted to see nursing care from that perspective or from that part of the world. So yeah, I picked the US, and for my uni, after filling that form, you have to write a 500-word essay on why you want to go to that part of the world, or why you want an international placement, why the US, basically. Like, you have to tell them, convince them that it's not just all games and play. You really want to see nursing practice and the idea of being a global citizen and all that. So yeah, I did my essay. I struggled with it. Like, I don't know, I think at that part of my, at that point in my program, we also had assignments. So this is not like compulsory. It's not, so school was running alongside this whole thing. So you have to be able to balance both. I finally I was able to put in my essay before the deadline. So and then they got back to me a few weeks later to say, yeah, my essay was one of those that got shortlisted. I was really delighted because, like, I put in my efforts, and I was expecting positive news, and I got it. And then they said the next step was that I was going to be interviewed. I'm like, really? But yeah, I was open to it though. To be honest, at that time I really wanted it, and I didn't care how stressful it was going to be, or I just wanted to make sure I get into that program. And then I got interviewed and I passed. I'm really happy. I was really happy about that too. I passed that interview. Why am I stuttering? But yeah, I was really excited. I passed the interview, and then next stage was you mustn't have any carryovers or any outstanding courses, any PMC you've put in. Literally, you must have passed all your essays, passed all your assessments for that year, and you must not have any outstanding things to be signed on placement, like placement wise. You need to have literally be up to date with assignments, with assessments, with placements. You need to be up to date with everything. And by God's grace, I had passed both my assessments. I had everything signed off placement wise. So they told me for sure that I was going to the US. Now the good thing is, for the US, I was the first international student to be picked for the US. I don't know about other places, but for the US, I was the first international student. And you know how US visa is, like trying to get the visa and all that. So basically, I had to get my visa myself. I didn't mind, although my school provided me with a letter. My school provided me with a letter. My department provided me with a letter. Provided a letter to say, we are the ones sending her to the US. This is where we're sending her to. And basically, I had a link lecturer in the uni who was in charge of all of those to make sure everything was in place. And another good thing was the university in the US also had sent me a letter to say, yes, we were in contact with her uni and we want her here, basically. So I had a letter from my school, I had a letter from the school in the US. So that kind of married together, and it made a lot of sense. Yeah. So after that happened, I had all documents ready. I think another hurdle I came across was getting a date for my visa interview. Oh Jesus, I was so anxious. I got a late date, and my placement had to then be moved. I was supposed to leave the UK to the US in January, but that didn't happen because the closest interview date I got was February in London. So I spoke with my lecturer, and God just came through, and the placement got moved to June. Yeah, got moved to June. So then in February, I went for my visa interview and I got it. Yeah, and I think that was like one of the most anxious days of my life. Well, yeah, story for another day. I'm going to do some videos around visa application, and because I did all of it myself, and I'm really happy. And I got help from, there's this YouTube channel of 2 Ghanaian guys who are studying in the US. I'll find the name of their channel and put it in the description box. Those guys are amazing. I went on Instagram, I was bugging them, but yeah, so anytime I had questions, they were the ones I went to, and I saw 2 million videos on US visa application. But I'm really happy I got visa. Then I went to the US. So at the end of this video, I'm going to put pictures and a few clips of some of the highlights of my stay. And yeah, so I've told you why I did it. I've told you when it happened. So I traveled on the 26th of June. I came back 26th of July. And yeah, was it May or June? See, I know, like I'm literally filming this at the end of September, and this happened sometime in May and June. I'm really sorry. School has been busy, but I am on the last few months of my program, so I'm really excited now. I'm pumped up. It's been a really stressful year, but here we are. Yeah, so that's it. So based on how it went, it was amazing. It was right now, that's like the highlight of my entire year. I had met beautiful people, amazing people, and I didn't feel unsafe. I think that's one of the things where I thought I was going to feel really unsafe. I didn't feel unsafe. So I visited Minnesota. I went to Minnesota, went to Kentucky, went to see my friend. And hospital wise, I'm going to have to do another video to explain what I saw in the hospitals. Yes, because that was amazeballs on its own. Yeah, so I think me believing in myself and giving myself that chance to say, you have to try this, and I tried it and it happened. I'm really happy and proud of myself, and I'm grateful to God that it made it possible, because one or two things could have just gone wrong and it wouldn't happen, but it happened, and I'm happy. I'm really happy about it. So yeah, so I hope that's like an update, a life update, because aside that, what else has happened? Can't think of anything else. School, of course, and yeah, that's how my UK university took me to the US. So if this story is entering your head, you know, and you want more, I'm going to do another video telling you my full experience in the US, how I felt, and hospital wise, like UK, US, what do I think? Yeah, I'm going to share that too. So just an encouragement, if you're an international student in the UK and this is something you want to explore, I think you should. Don't let anything stop you. And sometimes you could feel, will I be picked? But I think you should try. We won't really know what will happen if we don't try, right? So please try. And if you're a nursing student and at this point in your course you're exhausted, you're tired, don't give up. Don't lose hope. It's going to happen sooner than you actually expected. Just hold on to God. If you pray, just be steadfast, and take it one day at a time. It can be stressful. I remember how stressed I was sometime this year. I really stressed, but here I am, and I'm literally nearly there. So I'm going to be victorious. All the best, and thank you. And remember, I'm going to do another video on what happened in the US, so stay tuned and wait for the clips and pictures. Thank you. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share the video to any nursing student in the UK you know. In fact, share the video to any nursing student in the world you know. Yes, please. Thank you. And subscribe. Get us to 1K, please, guys. Thank you so much. And after staying away for so long, I think making this video is actually relaxing. For some reason, I find this video relaxing. Me filming this video, I find it relaxing. So please come again. I love you. Bye.